Okay, on the line, Denis from Espionage. Denis, thanks for joining us.
No worries. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no worries at all. Anytime. Now, give us a bit of a brief history on the band, if you can.
Espionage was a recording project I started first while I had my old band, Seppuku, still going. And basically, my old band played a gig with Razorwire from New Zealand, and I was just blown away by the 80s style falsettos and stuff. So I'd coming home that night, I remember after the gig saying, I need to start a band exactly like this. So I went home, started writing demos, and I released a few on SoundCloud just to try and, get some interest. And a lot of people were saying I should actually just form a band and not just do a recording project. So, basically asked around who wanted to join and quickly managed to gather the troops, so to speak.
How long ago was this?
It was probably the end of 2013, November, December 2013, when I decided to start another band, or the project. And I think by February, March, I might have had the full lineup, something like that. We were just rehearsing, playing like covers that we liked, all 80s stuff like Queensryche, Halloween, Grim Reaper. And then decided to try all the originals I was writing, and it sounded really good. We all blended really well, and then we just decided to start playing and make it a proper band.
Okay. How much gigging are you doing?
Quite a bit. I've got a whole list of every gig we've ever played. I think this year we've already done 5 or 6 shows. We don't try and play too much, but at least once a month. And then with the tour coming up, we're adding another 9 shows to the year, and then we've got big plans for the later half of this year. So plenty of gigs coming up.
Right, excellent. Now, you mentioned it started as a recording project, so what recording have you done? We know you've got a new album coming out very soon, we'll get to that in a moment, but what have you done prior to this?
The first thing we did was, I think, like a 4-track EP, which was self-titled, but it was really bad home recording kind of stuff, so there's only 100 units pressed. It was online, but I think I've just removed it because we now consider it a demo because it was that poorly recorded. Yeah. That was back in 2015, I believe. And then 2016, we released our first proper EP, which was Wings of Thunder, recorded at Monolith Studios with Chris the Melko, who we've done the album with. And that went really well. That EP was really well received. I think we sold more units in Japan than we did in Australia, and we sold a lot in Australia. So we did really well with that one. Did a huge tour which lasted, I think, from October 2016 till early 2017. And we've been kind of riding the coattails of that EP for a while. So it's time to release a full-length album, and here we are.
Tell us about this album. I've heard 1 or 2 tracks online. Looking forward to actually grabbing a physical copy at the gig we'll get to in a moment. But tell us about the album.
Digital Dystopia is something I've been toying with for quite a few years, even before Espionage. Writing, I had this song idea and just the title Digital Dystopia. I never knew what it was going to sound like, and I mean, over the years it's evolved into, once you hear the title track on the album, when you get your hands on it, it's completely nothing what I originally imagined. And I guess we did the album. I mean, we wrote the album while on tour for the Wings of Thunder thing. One of the songs has probably been there since day one. We just never got to record it until now, and we've been playing it probably since our 3rd gig or something. So people are familiar with a few of the songs, but they've never been recorded. So we went into the studio with Chris the Melko. It was a long process because I think he's a busy man, and all our, we weren't 100% prepared. So I think we did like guitars and bass first, and then a few months later when the studio was available, we did drums, and then a few months after that we did the vocals. And it probably took way longer than it should have, but it's only because of studio availability and stuff like that.
Well, I was impressed by the big sound of it when I did hear those couple of tracks online. So worth the wait, I guess you could say.
I hope so.
Now, you're coming to Adelaide. So now, have you come to Adelaide before?
We've played Adelaide once before, which was at the very first Churches of Steel festival in, I think, Feb 2017, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. You must have played a little bit early, because I remember looking for a park, taking quite a while to park my car, and I get in and I think it was you that was just going off stage. So apologies for that. So
No worries.
looking forward to this on June the 9th. Espionage Digital Dystopia launch, and it's with Hidden Intent, Shadow Realm, and now, is it Executus or Executus? I don't know. Apologies to the young lads there, but
I'm pretty sure it's Executus.
Executus, good.
Yeah.
So it'll be great to see 4 bands, Saturday, June 9 at the Ed Castle. Album launch, we're calling that?
Yeah, I think Chris is calling it the Adelaide album launch.
Good. Oh, so that'll be something to look forward to.
Definitely.
Where else are you going? All around the country?
Yeah, well, it's basically an East Coast tour, so we've got we're kicking things off at Legions of Steel this coming Saturday at Max Watts, which we're filming for part of a DVD and officially launching our album physically. And then we've got Canberra on June 7th with Lagerstein and Southern State. Headlining Bangers and Thrash in Sydney at the Baldface Stag on the 8th, and then we go straight from Sydney to Adelaide to play with Hidden Intent at the Ed Castle. Then we've got a couple of regional shows in Victoria, like Geelong and Bendigo. We've got some great bands on that, like Damnation's Day, Darker Half from Sydney, Mason. And then June 22nd, if I'm not mistaken, we'll be in Brisbane. I'm not looking at tour dates right now. I'm just going off the top of my head.
No, that's fine.
And June 29th, we're doing like another Melbourne show, but at the Bendigo Hotel, which is more of like basically our second home, which is just going to be a big party night. And then we're finishing up in Hobart on June 30th, which, that's going to be a special one. We played Hobart once before and it was fantastic.
Yeah, awesome. Hobart gets a gig. Good on them.
Yeah. Oh, the drummer's from Hobart, so we had no choice.
What, you crashing at his mum's place or what?
I don't know. We'll stay somewhere.
All right, Dennis, Espionage. Looking forward to seeing you guys June 9 at the Ed Castle with Hidden Intent, Shadow Realm and Executus. And the album will be available. It's called Digital Dystopia, so looking forward to grabbing a copy of that as well. Dennis, thanks for joining us.
No worries. Thanks for having me.